everyone, I'm Teacher Casey from ESL with a Gypsy Soul, and my website is caseyteaches.weebly.com. You can check it out. So anyways, today I'm so happy and excited to share with you about how to rock your muck. This is tip number 5 coming at you. So what is tip number 5? This is all about student output and getting your student to speak as much as you can. That is so essential when you're teaching, and your mock class, your mock mentor is going to be looking for that. And also when you are teaching any of your other classes, that will also be very, very important, as student output is key to them learning English language and building a higher English fluency. How do you get student output? Very good question. So if you are teaching the word, if you see a ball on the screen and there's the word, you will circle it and then you will say ball, and then listen, have them repeat it. Ball. Yes, right. You want them to repeat it at least 2 times, if not maybe more. I do sometimes is, if the student is struggling with the word, you do want to practice more than 2 times. If they mispronounce it, I might use a dice and I can roll it and say it lands on 2. Maybe I'll do it 2 more times if they're struggling, or I can just come up with a bigger number, like, oh, 4 times. And then I might say it, you can say it fast, slow, you can sing it, you can whisper it or yell it. This is a fun way to keep that student engaged and learning, and they're probably going to be more likely to remember it because they're having a good time and having fun learning the word with you. So I might, if I land on 4, then I might be like, ball, 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 ball. Good job, yes. So that is a great way to get your student output, keep that output high when you're teaching a vocabulary word. I love using the dice. That's so helpful for me. So when thinking about student output, it's important to remember I do, we do, you do. Think of the student. So I do is teacher. So I say the word ball, and then we do ball, ball. Good. What is this? Ball, ball. Good. So I do, we do, you do. And that's also very helpful for sentences. So words, when they're learning new vocabulary, and also when they're using those in sentences and learning sentence patterns, it is really great to use this format so you can teach them the sentence. This is a ball. This is a ball. Good. What is this? This is a ball. Yes. Great job. So doing it this way is very, very helpful for your students. They're going to be learning and they're going to have a good time learning, and you are teaching them in an effective manner because it's very helpful to practice, and repetition is so key in learning a new language. When you're learning some new words, vocabulary, sentences, and trying to become more fluent, repetition, repeat that word over and over again. And then you can review it at the end of the lesson. Also, you can do a little mini quiz or a pop quiz, like, oh, what's this? Ball. Yes. If you do want to extend, you can ask about color. What color is it? Or you can ask about how many are there. Ball, how many? 1, 2. 1, 2. 2 balls. So you can do it that way, or if you have animals, you can put them on your finger puppets, but you don't have to have this really. This is just an example. You can have toys, cars, books. You can count how many are there. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4. So counting, asking about colors. You can ask, do you have a ball? Do you have a ball? And then maybe they say yes or no. They might just look at you. You can say, I have a ball. If you ever get students that are looking at you and not sure what to say next, then guide them. You can give them something more to go on. So you don't know if they have a ball. They might not. But if they don't say anything and if they're staring at you like, what do I do next? Then you can just say a sentence. I have a ball. That way, and use the motions, use the TPR, have that can maybe get it going in their head, because TPR is important and essential also in learning English. So think about that. If your student is engaged, the better and the more happy your mock mentor will be, because they want you and your student engaging together in conversation, and they want that student to be talking as much as you can get them to talk. So get them to repeat the vocabulary, get them to repeat the sentences at least 2 times as well. You can finger count to repeat the sentences. This is a ball. This is a ball. Yes, good job. Also, you are listening to them. Listen to them, repeat it after you. So doing these things is so helpful. Finger counting using your finger and your mouth. This is great TPR, and it helps the student to give you some output as well. So you're putting it all together and it's coming together really nicely. If you have an upper level 4 or 5 or beyond, and if it's mock class or a regular class, then you're going to be a little different. So your pace will be more matching the students. It will be a little bit faster, and then you can still repeat and listen and do the TPR. Every student is going to be different. So some might seem a little lower level if they're in a higher level, and then you can slow it down a little bit and do the finger counting if necessary. Though finger counting is more for the lower levels. But if they're having a difficult time, then you can finger count. You can write it on the whiteboard, and then you can sound it out. Like if they're learning about airplane, then you can write the word airplane. 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 Good. You can still listen for that, because there are some students that are upper level even, and they might not want to repeat after you. So you are there to get that repetition and to give that output. And it's so essential to be getting that output from your student. As much as they may not want to be giving it, you have to do things, whatever you can, to get them to repeat after you or to do what they're supposed to be doing. And also, for upper level students, instead of you reading everything, like for lower levels, you might have to read everything and have them repeat some of it or repeat the sentences. For upper level students, you are going to want them to read the material. So you will give them the correct pronunciation of the vocabulary and repeat it, have them repeat after you. But then there are going to be sentences likely. You want them to try to read that on their own. And if they need help, then you can give them help as they need it, or more better is to give them more guidance at the end. Then you can go back and zoom in on it or underline it and show them the correct pronunciation of the word. So I just wanted to share that with you, how it's so helpful for upper level students and how it's a little different. I wanted to get that in there because you might be upper, lower, or upper level. That's all for today on student output. If you have any questions or comments, anything at all, please comment below and I will be happy to comment back and we can talk about it. You rock. And I will see you in the next one. Catch you later. Bye.